You're the teacher responsible for the group of Spanish students.
Yes.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Chief Superintendent Slipper of Scotland Yard.
Sit down.
Thank you.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, I'm afraid we've got good reason to believe that one of your students was suspiciously interested in one of our exhibits, an etching by Goya, to be precise, which has subsequently disappeared.
Well, I expect the students were just excited to see a Goya in the British Museum. They wouldn't have taken anything. I wouldn't worry about that. In any case, it's pretty impossible to think that they could take anything from a locked display cabinet, don't you think?
Well, under ordinary circumstances, yes, but the cabinet had been left unlocked following a routine cleaning procedure.
I'll introduce you to the teachers that they've been working with, but I have to say they're making a mistake.
We're looking for a student with the following skill set. Firstly, a knowledge of art so as to be able to choose a valuable piece. Secondly, someone with a keen mind and an eye for detail. Perhaps with a knowledge of architecture. Someone with an understanding of science or technology in order to understand how to remove the etching from the display case. Perhaps with some physical skills so as to be able to hide the etching, possibly even distract the guards with some circus tricks. And the thief would be somebody who knows the museum well. If we're able to find the student who matches this description, I think we may well have found the culprit.
Well, yes, we have a student, if not several students, who fit that description, but I have to tell you that our students are respectful, trustworthy young people. They're not going to just have taken something. You better make sure you have an awful lot of evidence if you're going to think of making any arrests. It will ruin their lives.
This is unbelievable. Our Jackson has disappeared from the British Museum and they think we did it.
Don't look at me. I couldn't even steal chewing gum from the newsagent without shaking like a leaf. I could never do anything like that.
We know you haven't done it. Don't be ridiculous, but Julio is always joking about robbing a bank because his family is really struggling since his dad lost his job.
Yes, and they had to sell the house and everything. Things are awful for them. The kind of money he'd get if he sold that Goya would change his life. I bet it wasn't.
This is serious. We'll have to persuade him to give it back. We won't be able to leave the country with an stolen artwork. They'll search us all at the airport, if not before.
I have an idea. You know that old play Fuente Ovejuna?
No.
The whole village stands together to protect the one who the authorities want to arrest. So if we say that we are guilty, the police won't be able to do anything. They can't arrest everybody. That would be an international scandal.
Yeah. And in the meantime, we will convince Julio to return it.
Right. So he wants me to identify a student, likely to know which artwork is the most valuable. Well, that is extremely difficult. Only someone with great knowledge and interest.
Exactly. Whoever took the etching must have known that it was the most valuable piece of work in the cabinet.
Well, I think we should take a look at this.
Hello everyone! We are back in the National Gallery. Here we have two new friends, Sergio and Paula. First we are going to talk about Sergio. Sergio, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, what about you today?
Very good, like every day in London.
What do you remember the last picture we saw in the National Gallery?
Yes, I remember it.
Yeah, it was so strange. Talking for strange. What do you look strange in the picture?
The colors, they have two colors very strange, no? Like gold and silver. And silver has gone it.
Like he has disappeared.
No? A little bit disappeared. And the background, it was very bad. I don't like it.
Yeah. No, simple. In one word, strange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Paula, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
How are you today?
Really good.
Yeah, we're in the National Gallery, yeah?
Yes.
What about you? Do you remember the last picture we saw?
Yes, obviously.
Strange, like we have said, yeah?
Yes.
What about you? What do you know? What is the most important person that appears in the picture?
Well, I think that the most important person in the picture is the man that is in the middle. He has really huge space around him, and he's riding a white horse, which is strange because the other ones are riding a horse one. So
like making contrasts like black and white.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he also is supporting his team, and we can see his face, and he's wearing a red hat.
What do you think about the red hat?
Well, that means that he's like the group leader, and that also led us to see his face, and the other ones we don't see it because they have helmets. So
yeah, you have said that he's the group leader, the support.
Yes.
What about like the man who goes or the leader?
The leader.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the idea.
Yes.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you, Sergio.
Thank you.
We are finished here. That's all, folks. Yeah.
Well, I think we need to narrow our search.
Do you think that this scaffolding is safe?
Lucia, come quick, the detective's here.
Hello, are you the architecture teacher?
Yes, I am.
So you were able to identify a student with the kind of knowledge of the museum, the British Museum, that would enable them to get around without attracting the attention of the guards, and someone who's able to memorise a map and the layout of every floor?
Well, it was tricky because they were all highly skilled in understanding the plans they were given, but the most advanced is the one in this recording.
Hello, here we are in London, and I was talking to Paloma and Noor. They were telling me some things about the architecture of it. So what do you think?
So, I love this red brick of Victoria's houses from 1889, and I also like the simplicity of Georgian style.
Yeah, you know, it's everywhere and it makes London look beautiful and symmetric.
Yeah, and would you highlight any building?
Yes, I really love the Natural History Museum. You know, his huge entrance hall and the monument staircase. It's pretty impressive.
Oh, okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Lovely. I wish my son was so articulate and bright instead of playing computer games all the time.
Yes, they are amazing, really, especially when you remember that English is not their first language.
So you're the art teacher?
Art? No, I'm a modern art teacher. I've heard about your investigation, and I think this might be of interest to you.
Hello, good morning. We're in the Tate Modern, the best modern art museum in Great Britain. And we're going to talk with Macarena and Marina, who are going to explain us about the drawings that they have just drawn. So, Macarena, what does this mean?
The light colors like the pink or the purple in this picture represent happiness, but like the black big dot in the middle on up here represent the confusion that's in everyone's happiness.
Well, very good. And you?
In this drawing, it's not very clear what the painter wants to express, but it's a mix of emotions, like joy, enthusiasm, and things like that.
Very nice. Thank you.
I think we might need to narrow our search.
Oh my god, this mask is so scary.
just gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. I think that the students must have hidden the etching very quickly, almost by magic. So their circus skills must be superb. Look at this.
Welcome to Vea tu Película Circus.
For first time in Europe.
The best time of Douglas.
From Pozuelo de Alarcón. De Gerardo Diego's brothers.
The countdown starts now.
3, 2, 1.
I'm really keen to show you this recording. Very interesting. I'm sure you'll agree.
Let's see.
Hello, here we are at the Natural History Museum with Marta and Lucia.
Hello.
And they are going to talk about their favorite animals. You have seen many animals. Can you tell me which ones were your favorite?
Yes, my favorite animal is the orangutan because I think he's very funny and very cute.
And I think the one who has been my favorite one is the polar bear because I think they are so cute and beautiful. Can you tell me anything about them?
Orangutan means man of the wood because they are adapted for moving around the trees.
And I know that the polar bear is one of the biggest carnivorous mammals in the world. They can be 2 or 3 meters tall, and they can also eat seals and rangers. Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, thank you for showing that. Educationally interesting footage, but I don't see how it throws any light on the investigation. Can you shed any light?
What investigation? I thought you were just picking the most interesting and relevant topics for educational purposes.
Sir, we're in a hurry. If we don't find the etching before the group goes back to Spain, there are going to be serious repercussions.
Well, what about this then? You'll be looking for a student with a bit more detailed knowledge about the British Museum. I'm sure you'll find this interesting.
Hi, we are in the British Museum with Clara and Sonia. Can I ask you some questions?
Yes. Yes, of course.
What part of the museum have you visited?
We have visited the Egyptian section and the mummy's room.
What did you find the more interesting?
We really liked the Egyptian goddesses part. Well, all the statues of the goddesses were really good, but I prefer the Sekhmet statue.
Who is Sekhmet?
Sekhmet is a lion goddess whose name means the mighty one. She personifies all the aggressive aspects of goddesses. She also was the daughter of the sun god Ra, and she usually wears a sun disk on her head, and she was associated with destruction and plague.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
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 Aren't they good?
They're good, but this recording doesn't prove anything.
Perhaps. But you haven't seen evidence of their scientific skills yet. I don't know about in real life, but in films, thieves need to have some sort of understanding of science and technology to get around modern security. Have a look.
Hi, here we are at the Science Museum.
Hi.
Hi. Here we are with Carla and Lucia. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Today we are going to talk about the memory. How does the memory work?
So, scientists say that we always remember things that are very important for us, but sometimes if we have like a very bad experience, our brain will probably forget it to protect us.
Yeah, for example, the other day I was walking with a friend through the city and I saw a man hit by a woman. So that was like a very bad experience for me and I didn't remember it, and my friend told me and I was like really shocked because I didn't remember anything about that.
Thanks.
So that's all.
Yes, maybe it's now of interest to us.
You should see this. It's a recording made by the students in the hostel.
We, the students, confessed and together we stole the Sleep of Reason produced monsters from the British Museum.
I stole it.
It was me.
I am the thief.
I did it and I do it again.
It was me, I had to take it.
I'm the one you are looking for.
Well, mystery solved. It would seem that we have the evidence now that all the students stole the etching together.
Or not. Haven't you seen the news? It's amazing, really. It turns out that the etching had just drifted out of the open display cabinet. It's all over the papers. The cleaner sat down on one of those benches to have his lunch. What happened was he mistook the Goya etching for his brown paper sandwich bag. So he wrapped his sandwich in the etching, put the sandwich bag back in the cabinet, and then went about his business. So the etching's actually back. It's a little bit sandwich stained, but all's well that ends well.